G'day everyone, I'm Dave, thank you for joining me. I am running a bit behind on my videos. I've been very busy talking to lots of people and doing lots of coding. So today I'm going to do something completely different, to quote the Monty Python. Now for something completely different. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at a brand new program which I got sent the login code for. Unfortunately, it's not Sora 2 because I still haven't been able to access that, but I'm waiting for that to come out on desktop before I do a bit of a review on that one, because I do make a lot of videos. So this one here floated by me yesterday and they said, oh, apply for early access, and I applied for early access and I don't think I got it because I'm some sort of YouTube star. Maybe they're desperate, I don't know, but I'm only kidding. Anyway, so this is from Flover AI. Now, the reason this is going to be totally live, I have never used this program before. I've literally just logged in. And it apparently is going to let me do lots of things. So let's go down here and have a look. And what I'm basically trying to do is someone who knows nothing about video gets this link. They've got an idea, they've got a video, they've got a photo, and they get a script. So let's go through and see what you can create. So we'll go down here now. So the first screen we've got is the Flover screen. So it's at Flover.ai, and I speak English, so it's /English. Then what I did is I read some details about what this program actually does. So it says, welcome to Flover. Here, video creation is no longer a complex technical process, but an inspired conversation. I like that word. Flora simplifies video production just through natural conversation. It is all about conversation, isn't it? You can guide a team of AI experts for brainstorming ideas to the final cut. Our goal is to let you focus on the idea, leaving the hard work of creation to Flova. Conversation is creation. Conversation is key, isn't it? At Flova, you're not just using a tool, you're collaborating with a team. We're shaping the traditional video production workflow into a simple, intuitive, conversational model. That's very good to have on the conversation, isn't it? A conversational model. So, purpose of your idea, simply tell the AI system what you want. For example, a heartwarming story about an astronaut planting flowers. Stay in sync, the AI will report its progress. Okay, well, let's just have a quick scroll here, because like most people, I'm fairly impatient when it comes to these things. All right, we've got some storyboard pictures, we've got some manual effects. Hey, let's just dive in and see what happens. Now, what I did do is I went to Perplexity and I asked Perplexity to write me a script. So basically it's written me a script, and what this is for promoting water bikes. So that seems to be something that I use. Some other YouTubers use, like Matt Wolf uses his wolf howling at the moon. I tend to use water bikes for experiments, so we'll see what happens. So if we go down here, I have got Perplexity to write me this prompt. Now, interestingly enough, I asked it to analyze what this program does. And it's basically said, would you like the same prompt rephrased and formatted specifically for direct copy and paste into Flover's Create with AI field, optimized for its syntax and scene handling? I can make that version next. What I thought I would do first though, before I try that, is put in the actual prompt here, like any other standard video prompt. So there's the video title, there's the prompt. I'm just going to copy all that, copy that, and let's paste that in and see what happens. Right, it's got here, ask Flova. Wow, now that may be too much text, I don't know. Let's have a look. Generate.
Yeah, you too.
Ooh, okay. See what happens. Now again, this is live. I have never done this before. I have no idea how this works. So we can learn together, as they say. Here we go. Maybe I should move myself over here. Out of the way. Thank you for sharing the detailed promotion video concept. Your water bikes in Thailand. I can see you have clear vision with well-structured scenes. Before I begin video editing, a few key details. Now, what is your video duration? 60 to 90 seconds, 2 minutes. What aspect do you need? 16:9. Upload video clip of a person riding a water bike. Yes, right. Upload image. Now, where do I upload the images? I would say here. So let's upload the images first. And I've prepared some images here in a folder called seed images. It looks like it's not going to let me upload a video, so I'll upload an image. No, it doesn't look like it lets you upload a video. I currently don't see these files in our system. Could you please upload these resources? Once uploaded, we'll be able to incorporate. Now, I can see here straight away, when I've clicked on image, I have got a video, an MP4 file in that folder. So as it's not showing, we can assume you cannot upload an image. Okay, well that's fair enough. So then what I'll do is I will type in, I want it 16 by 9. What else do we want? What language should be the voiceover in? English, Thai, or both? Okay, that would be interesting. I don't think they do both, but we'll find out. 90 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, 2 minutes. I reckon 90 seconds. 90 seconds should be interesting enough. 90-second video. Voice over in Thai and English. Okay, I did notice they were using 11 labs, so there's a very good chance that will work. So 16 ratio. Okay, what else is it asked here? What language the voiceover be in? English, Thai, what aspect ratio? I've done that. I've uploaded the video. On-screen text for scene 5. You want the overlays. Should I generate these as part of the video, or would you prefer to add them post-production? Text overlays. No, can you produce? Oh, let's just keep it simple. And can you produce the rest? Okay, let's have a look and see what happens here. So basically we've come, I've got Perplexity to write a prompt. You can get any of the LLMs to write a prompt. It's always a good way to do it. It's good to tell them what program you're using, because I have noticed that prompts for VO3 tend to be a bit different for other prompts, like Nano Banana or whatever. So that's sort of more case specific. So if the LLM knows what you're actually talking about and what application you're using, that tends to change the prompts a little bit. But yeah, get the LLM to write the prompt, cut and paste the prompt in, and follow the instructions. If all else fails, read the instructions. Okay, let's press the button. See what the magic next step is. Okay, it's taken a video of someone on a water bike. That is all it has to start with, and my brief, which is being created by Perplexity. Okay, what have we got here? Well, it's in Thai. Right, thank you. I've received the necessary details. 16:9 video, 90-second duration, bilingual voiceover, Thai and English, and your uploaded water bike image. Next step. I will automatically complete the following fundamental setup in sequence. Analyze your uploaded water bike image to understand its visual characteristics. Create the project brief. Capture your promotional concept and target. Target audience, hotel owners and resorts in Thailand. Structure the storyboard based on your 5 scenes. Design the visual generation. After completing these structural steps, I will pause and present the plan for your confirmation before generating any more assets. You mentioned video clip of a person riding a water bike in your original description, but I currently only see a still image. Let's see if it actually... Oh no, it's moving ahead here. Still image. If you have a video clip available, please upload it now so I can incorporate it into scene 1 as you envisage. If not, I can generate that scene using IO video. Now I did try, it's working away here anyway, I did try and upload that image, as you can see, and I couldn't see where that could be done. So why don't we just let it run its magic, because it's doing something here at the moment. Storyboard is generating. All right, we'll see what happens. Seems to be fairly quick. Storyboard is generating. So we'll see. This is in real time. I'm just running on a Wi-Fi network, so my speed is not super fast. I'm locked in a room here to make the sound a bit better. There's a lot of tools now that will combine Nano Banana as an upload image. Okay, so that's the image I uploaded. There's turquoise partitions in front, suitable calm water recreation. Okay. Okay, so this one here, segment, B2B promotional video, short hero action. Short drone over resort, sweeping drone over a luxury resort. Okay, alright, and it's got the image there again. Single element. Scene 2 multiple effects. Audio main narration. Oh, it's got English and Thai, so it'll be using 11 labs for the translation, I'd say. Music for the background. Okay, where is the instruction? The creative brief, storyboard, and visual generation path have been successfully created. What would you like to do next? Generate the static frames for all shots. If you'd like to make any changes to the creative brief, storyboard, or visual generation strategy, please let me know. No, please proceed and produce the video. The video. No. And I always talk to my AI. I trust your skills. There we go. Let's see what happens here. And hit the enter button. No, please proceed and produce the video. I trust your skills. Now, obviously, if I was not doing a presentation here and I wanted to really drill down into what's going on, I might take a different path. But in this case, here's what happened automatically. I'll create the shots: dynamic water bike action on turquoise water, sweeping drone shots of Thai resort beaches, your water bike image animated with multiplication effects, resort staff and manager scenes showing operational benefits, sunset bay on the water. Narration production: generate the bilingual Thai and English voiceover for all 5 scenes. Background music: create the modern and upbeat tropical ambient track. Combine all elements into your final 90-second video. I'll pause after the video is assembled for your final review and confirmation. The entire production process will take some time as we are generating high quality cinematic visuals. Okay, well, if that's the case, I'll come up here and talk for a minute and then I can probably pause the video and go back. But this is all happening live. I'm not doing anything other than letting this run its course and seeing what's happening. So yes, the world of video generation, you can see now, and this is the worst it's going to get. So it's quite amazing, really, just how far this will go. And if this comes out the way that I think it may come out, it really will rewrite what is going on. And when you think of it, it's interesting because at the moment there's this, and I don't so much think it's a theory, but obviously there's more and more AI content coming onto the internet. There's less and less human content. Why would you pay a writer $100 a day when you can pay AI 2 cents to write a similar type article? I'm not taking anything away from the writers, I'm just saying this is the cold hard financial reality of it. So more and more stuff gets pumped out. The problem could be, and I'm sure they'll solve the problem, that in the next training of the next AI model and the next LLM, it's starting to train on itself. So it's a bit like you take a piece of paper and you photocopy it, and then you photocopy the next photocopy, and then you photocopy the photocopy, and photocopy, and in the end it's all just blurb. So I think they will find a way to guardrail that, because obviously the synthetic data that's being generated, but the if synthetic data is quality data, I can see no difference. What difference if someone asks a question and the AI answers that question grammatically correctly and informative and to the point? A human would do the same thing. So as long as it's not hallucinating and creating content that doesn't exist or creating answers that don't exist, and that's all got better and better and better, I can't see it being a problem. And they've managed to guardrail most of this stuff and change the way they train the model in the process. So, okay, we'll pop down here now. It's doing something. Let's have a look. Okay, we've got some water bikes there. Yeah, and it's kept the character consistency of the product. That's impressive for starters. So Nano Banana is very good. Yes, they've used Nano Banana. There we go. We can see Gemini 2.5 flash image. That's exceptionally good for consistency of product. Very, very good. Okay, so that looks pretty professional so far. Visual assets. Now I got some credits here because they gave me the login. So I've got 1,970 credits. So obviously as this progresses, my credit count will go down. Water bikes in Thailand. Inflate your fun. Boost guest experience and ROI. www.inflateyourfun.com. Wow. Okay, so far I can say I'm pretty impressed. The fact that it's gone out. Now we talk about agentic workflows. Welcome to the world of agentic workflows, folks. So what this program is doing, it is using an AI agent and other AI assistants that it's set up to start bringing everything together. So this assistant will be the manager assistant or the manager agent. It goes to Nano Banana, instructs the prompt for that. It then comes back, says, hey, I've done this. This goes to the other agent, which goes to 11 Labs, which then comes back or goes to Canva or whichever other app they're going to use to create the stuff, and it combines everything together. So this is a working agentic workflow in practice, in reality. Now, this program has only literally just been released. So We may hear a lot about it. It may become super famous. I don't know, but I'm very happy so far with what we've got. It's looking very interesting. Now, it's generating the shots. We can see here, it's actually generating action videos, best experience videos. Oh, drone shots. Wow. This is pretty impressive stuff. I will be very interested to see how this ends up. But so far, it's certainly good. Certainly good. I can see the credits dropping down to 1770. Good year. 1770. All right, so we can see some more information here. So it's really starting to produce the storyboard. And again, I imagine if I was more meticulous, I could go in and edit it some more. But this is looking pretty good for a promo material. Got any more on this side? No. Yeah, so just back up here. Yeah, so agentic workflows really, and particularly now that ChatGPT and OpenAI have released their models to be able to do that. So people will become more and more accustomed to using an agentic workflow. So don't panic, don't fear. I mean, there is a very huge shift coming. I mean, the internet next year in 2026 will look nothing like it's looked in the past, I believe. People will not just be going and doing the standard thing. They will be using LLMs. They will particularly be using ChatGPT, I would imagine. That will probably become the dominant player in the marketplace. The main reason for that is they've got a huge number of active users, and they're not turning a profit, obviously. You know, they've got what? Let's assume they've got 800 million users, and there's only 50 million of them paying the $20 a month, and you know, maybe out of that a very small proportion paying the 200. So they need to cater for this, and the amount of compute, even now, for doing the Sora 2 stuff and the social media stuff would be huge, absolutely massive. So they are not going to be profitable, maybe, they say 2028, 2029, maybe earlier, maybe sooner. I think it may be sooner than you think, because with that much market share, and now they're teaming up with Walmart and all other companies to basically sell online. So it's the whole process. The tell me the information, get a recommendation, make the checkout. That will be golden for them. They will be able to produce revenue. Now, Sam Altman has said on a number of occasions, they don't want that model of advertising. Now, obviously, somewhere along the line, the way society works is if you're a company and you're spending millions and millions and millions of dollars advertising with someone else, you tend to draw favour, even though it may not be officially recorded that way. This is what I go back to about owning the conversations and LLMs recommending your product. At whatever scale, if you're a small coffee shop or you're a large chain store like Walmart, AI will fit in your schedule all the way along, but you need to have an understanding of how you fit in the marketplace. The problem is now, and again, I'm not fear-mongering, and you've seen all my past videos, it's not about, I like AI or I don't like AI. That is not the problem. People say, I like electricity or I don't like electricity. You use it, right? You've got to. You're going to have to use AI at some level, which means you need to have some level of understanding. Now, the problem is, because we're talking about massive productivity increases, any business that adopts AI will start to increase their productivity. Now, at the moment, the amount of investment for AI for return has been very little because it's so early in the curve, right? There's a lot of reports that these huge companies have invested, $100,000 in AI and got no return. But the returns will come because it's like anything you start out with. So the difference now is, though, if you've got company A and company B, average size company, I don't know, say 5 employees and whatever they sell. If this company adopts AI and understands AI, the productivity goes up. So regardless of any other thing, the productivity goes up. So for example, here is a working example. Let's say this company promotes whatever. They want to market their product. They know about this product. They know about AI. They're starting to see what's going on. They use this product. They output this. And all of a sudden, the other company down here that isn't doing that, right? So by natural attrition, this company will not be able to survive unless it adopts to AI. So this is the paradigm that we are going into. Now, the way I see it, and I may be wrong, is there's a curve, right? And at the moment, we're probably really, for businesses, general mum and dad, small, medium enterprise businesses, they are right at this bottom of the curve, right? Right at the bottom of the curve. Now, as the curve starts to go up and it becomes adopted more, this is a general purpose technology that has so wide ramifications, you can't pigeonhole it into one box. But this is what I do believe that's happening, and I may be proved wrong. With every new technology and every new adoption, whether it was social media or mobile phones or whatever, you have your early adopters, of course, and then you have the people that get into the bell curve to get you up. But I think in this case, it's very polarized. AI is very, very polarizing. It's not bury your head in the sand, I'm an ostrich, I don't want to know. People know they have to do it, but they really just don't know where to start. And so I believe what will happen is the pressure will build and build and build. So at the moment, there's no great rush to do the AI. Now, I was there at the start of the internet in the 2000s, and you literally, the phone rang off the hook because everybody needed our website. They knew they needed our website, but they didn't realize until like a year or two into the curve, or 3 or 4 in some cases. So the rush came right at the last minute. But I don't think it's going to be anything on this rush. This rush is going to be crazy because the amount of people that need AI and then all of a sudden realize they need it because there is an impetus that they are falling behind, it will go crazy. I truly believe that. So, yeah, start to educate yourself on AI. That's my advice. Let's go back down in here and see what's happening with our program. Okay, so far I can see it's produced some shots. They all look pretty good, even though they're only very, very tiny thumbnails. I'm very happy with the image of the product because the product is quite unique. You put in water bikes into an LLM and ask it for a water bike, it can't conceive it. It either puts a bike, like a motorbike, a bike on pontoon wheels. I have done a lot of mucking around trying to get AI to produce a water bike. And it wasn't really until Nano Banana came along where you could take the product and say, don't order the product, let's just do it this way. Right? So that is, where it goes to. I may even have an example here actually while we're waiting for this. Let me have a look if I've got an example that I did earlier. Yeah, okay. All right, okay, now we'll go down here now again. Okay, here's an example. So earlier I asked Perplexity, because Perplexity will generate images. It uses basically VO2 to generate images. So if we look at this video...
Tired of offering the same old tours? Give your guests an adventure they'll never forget. Our water bikes from Water Bikes in Thailand.
All right, so we can see the difference between the original water bike and the one that the AI has created. All right, so that's the original, that's the one that's created. This has always been the issue. So I'll just go down here to the next one. Then you give it a prompt. Can you continue with the same character? Obviously, completely different. That looks nothing like it. So that is really an issue, and I think a lot of products will have that issue. So let's go back here and see where we're up to. So it's mixing sound and video, all right, the timeline is generating. Okay, so it's got the sound and the music. I wonder who they're using for sound. I wonder if it's Udio or Suno, probably. Let's go back into here and have a bit more of a read about what they're actually doing. So if we go down here, I'll flick through these storyboards because obviously it's creating these as we go. We can see it's creating the music in that one. Okay, meet your creative team. Project director establishes... Okay, so this is when we start to look at an agentic workflow. So every command you give drives a powerful AI team composed of specialized agents all working together seamlessly. Project director establishes the core creative brief. Okay, so that's basically what the manager agent does, right? Then the scriptwriter revises the story, and we can see it rewrote the scripts and asked for the rest of the assets. The director translates the text script into a structured visual blueprint. The visual designer is at the core of the visual assets, so they're obviously creating those. Sound and music and narration by voiceovers. And the editor, once materials are ready, assembled to the final complete timeline. Okay, so let's have a look at what they're using. Image generation. Okay, so they're using Nano Banana, Gemini 2.5, Midjourney, GPT Image 1, Flux, excellent, Context Pro. Video generation, Kling, all right, that's good, Minimax, start to end video. VO3 fast, Google 303 fast. Text to video, frame by frame. Suno, there you go, and 11 labs. All right, start your creative journey now. All right, again, this is a really good example of an agentic workflow. A really good example of how AI, using an agentic workflow, can construct an end product. So we're going here. All right, we'll just keep that going for a minute. see what we're up to. So the timeline is generating. So we must be getting fairly close according to their brief. You can see the shots here, but nothing else in the main window. Modern upbeat music. I could click on that to listen to it, but let's not rock the boat, as they say, or rock the water bike. Let's see what happens here. All right, here we go. The video has been assembled. Now that didn't take long. That's taken, what, not too sure of the time, but not too long. If you are satisfied with the result, please click the export button in the upper right-hand corner of the page. Now let's have a look at the credits. I think I started up with 2,200 credits. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look at where the actual video is. Storyboard timeline, all right. Timeline is ready. Your video has been assembled. If you are satisfied with the result, okay, I'm not sure. Oh, let's ask. Where do I click to see the final video? Where do I click to see the final video? Okay, processing. Final video should be visible in the main preview area of your screen right now. If you'd like to download it, simply click the export button on the top right corner of the page. That would be that big export button there. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, I can't see where the video... Oh, okay. So while I've been gas-bagging away here, let's go and scroll back down here. Let me move myself back down here. So now it's started to add it to the storyboard. Okay, so we've got the story and the narration. Wow, that is a really good reproduction of the video. And then we've got this next section. Wow, that is really good by the looks of it. Yeah, nice scenes, captured the scenes well. And done that. We've got the water bike. We've got the, wow, that is just great. Look at that. There's a very happy hotel manager with all the water bikes. Sunset shot, water bikes in Thailand. Okay, let's have a look. The grander preview, I think. No, that's just a scene. So that's not doing what it should be doing. Close that down. All right, well, let's have a look. Where do I click? It says here, the final video should be visible in the main preview area of your screen right now. All right, well, I can't see anywhere intuitive where the main video may be. That looks like it's the closing shot. All right, let's take the punt. It looks pretty good. We'll export it as a video and we'll actually see what the final product looks like. I'll pop myself back on screen here. So you can see it's downloading. So really, that has taken very quick time, and looking at what we can see here, everything looks pretty impressive. So I'd be very interested to see how this all ties together as a commercial. I think 90 seconds is pretty good. Looks like it covers a fair bit. I'm assuming we could test by clicking on the voice here, but okay, so it's actually phrased the text, the narration in English and Thai, with the English first followed by the Thai. And that is the target market. So the target market, the brief was for hotel operators. That's what the script has been written. Wow, those images look fantastic. I can enlarge those, I would imagine. That is quite amazing, really, from a seed photo. Like, it's just got everything. Look at that, people in the background. Great marketing material for any business. And that's what I'm saying. Businesses that understand this technology, like, will be able to create this video. And as I've always said, like, soon, that can be, say, a Nano Banana shot. That's the original shot that it's based on. That looks quite good on the beach. So you've got the water bikes out there and the family having fun. This one looks interesting. I wonder how realistic that looks. Yeah, I mean, it would be good if they maybe change. You could actually probably write the prompt to get them to change the colour of the bikes just to show a bit of extra diversity. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. How are we going here? It's still exporting. Oh, here we go. It's at 31% download. Okay. Oh, folks, there'll be a bit of a drum roll coming up here to see how this prints out. That is quite amazing, actually. That's a really lifelike scene. Yeah, that's very good. Same dress as the seed image. They've even reproduced that pretty well, yeah. You see that? It's pretty good. It's not like it's a close-up image. Where are we up to here? 38%. 38%. 38% like the 38 degrees it currently is here in my studio. Very, very hot. I used to run a fan, but the problem is the fan made a whirring noise in the background, and I know I could do that, but I come into this studio to try and impart my knowledge on you guys, and see, I'm suffering from my heart. It's very, very hot. I'm sweating here, and the machine's doing all the work. This will be the future. Actually, orchestration is really something that's worthwhile looking at. Just looking at going down here again now, looking at the credits. So the credits are 1149. Okay, so the cost of this, I think the 2,200 credits they said was $20 worth of credit. So let's assume it does that for half of that. So that's $10 to produce this video. I'm assuming going on the process, only just been released, so I'm not too sure. It's certainly one of the best I've seen so far for doing what you really want a video editing program to do. Like that image there is really good. That's a good image. You can see, you know, that would look quite natural, you know what I mean? Except for all the bikes. Mind you, they come in the same colour, so that wouldn't be too questionable. All right, where are we at? 60%. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, I might just pause it here for a minute. How quick is it actually doing it? Oh no, it's completed, I think. The download hasn't started. Click here. Completed. Click here. All right. Oh no, if it hasn't started. All right. If all those files, like I said, read the instructions. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, it has downloaded. Okay. Now, all right. Let's have a look. Moment of truth, folks. Let's play it and see what it does. I'll turn the sound up. I'll move the microphone so you can hear a bit better. And let's see what happens here.
Looking for a fresh way to delight your guests? Water bikes bring energy, fun, and excitement straight to your beachfront. Come lang manghawi di ayam plus. Tichas rang kwam sukai hech kyang kun yuay chayan. With ripe hanam flang kwam snook ela kwam tu anetan ma suchai had nang hunoditrum. At Inflate Your Fun, we're helping hotels across Thailand transform their shorelines into unforgettable experiences, and profitable ones too. The Inflate Your Fun erakam lang triai horn gairam tang plus. Tokraith saith yepli ian chai had nang pukeka I hepen prasukaranti nach the cham. Elas rang filka my raidwi. Imagine guests laughing, exploring, and sharing their adventures online. Every pedal stroke turning your resort into the talk of the town. Langchintnakar fafek kun kun hawera. Xamrach. Eleichrakar chifek mangfuke khatan. Nail. Tukpum karpanchat hamay research mangkunepnati klauthue. Water bikes are easy to maintain, eco-friendly, and built for every kind of guest, from thrill seekers to casual explorers. A one-time purchase that keeps delivering returns month after month.
Wow. Well, it's not 100% perfect. We can obviously see it's generated by AI, but that is pretty impressive for literally a photograph, a prompt that was done by AI. There's a section up here that obviously looks very strange where the water bikes sort of grow and elongate. But as far as getting the message across, if your business did this and sent this out in social media or direct marketed to your potential clients, using AI, using an agentic workflow, you are now above your competition, okay? So if you don't start to understand AI, this is the problem that your business is going to have. So I'll leave it there for now because it's 38 degrees in this room and it's really hot. And looking at that beautiful tropical water and that water bike, I'm very tempted to go and find a tropical water bike and go for a swim. I just wanted to do, that was live video. No, I didn't know anything about it. I just followed the idea. I was sent the login code yesterday. This looks very, very impressive, I might say. If I go up to here where I can reduce it down. So Flover AI, I must say, I'm fairly impressed at the moment. I think it's a Chinese company, but it's using all the latest LLM models. And look, here I am here. If I can just fit myself in here. If I stand still like a statue. No. Okay, yeah, well, I'll leave it on that note. Thank you, Flova. I'm not sponsored by them. I know nothing about them. I knew nothing about them until yesterday. So, but they sent me an access code, said I was an early person to have a look at it, and didn't ask me to review it or anything. I had an idea, we'll give it a go, and I did. So, all right, I'll leave it there. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, I will see you in the next one. And again, don't be scared of AI, but really, really start to think about, you need to know about AI. You need to own the conversation. I'll get my catchphrase in there. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.